Hello! I'm excited to be able to offer you guys a little bit of training here via video today. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Mandy. My business is called Sugary Bling. I've been with paparazzi over 12 years, and I've worked my business in a lot of different ways, from super part-time to super full-time. Now I work this with my husband together. We're both able to work our business full-time from our home. I'm an elite leader with paparazzi, Crown Club 25, and Pink Diamond level sales. And speaking of sales, that's what I'm going to talk about today, how to expand your sales. So get a notebook, write down maybe some things that I say, but also write down impressions that you have. Maybe an idea will come to your mind that applies specifically to you and your business. Write that down. And when I take notes, I like to put little asterisks next to actionable items. And so things that I'm going to implement or go do, I want to make those stand out. So I'd recommend making a way that those can stand out in your notes. So what's our business based on? Sales. And so we want to expand those sales. And so today I'm going to talk about different ways that I've been able to expand my sales. And this has happened through selling in a variety of ways. I know that we love selling on Facebook, but I also want you to think about ways that you can diversify those Facebook sales. I think sometimes we get caught up in thinking, let's go live and build our sales that way, which it is a great way to build your sales and build your customers. But I feel like when my sales leveled up, it's when I was adding in other ways to capture sales into Facebook. And that's what really helped kind of bump my sales in all those little categories. And it kind of added up to that bigger sales pile. Let me show you. So I actually made this chart a few years ago, but it really illustrates my point. I should probably update it. In fact, I would challenge you guys to track your sales for a week and see what different areas your sales come from and how they line out in a pie chart. Do you see how all of these pieces of the pie are almost kind of similar? You can diversify your sales in general. Like if you want to add in vendor events, or you want to add in home parties, or you want to add in bringing your bling bag with you when you go out and about places. You can have messenger parties, you can have hostess parties. And so all of these things can expand your sales. And so I wanted to talk about the ones that I do on Facebook that helped me expand my sales. I went from gold level sales to diamond by adding in flash sales and adding in other things that helped me expand my Facebook sales. So first, let's start with your longer live, right? That is your bread and butter. That is where you can connect with your customers. They can learn a little bit about you, get a feel for your personality. They love hanging out with you in the community that you build. That community building happens during your longer life. So you definitely want to keep that in, and then you can add and expand around it. So think about, what other live sales could you add? Could you do a daytime sale? Could you do like a coffee and chit chat sale, like a morning sale? Could you do a game night sale? What other things can you add in to help diversify the types of longer lives that you have, and diversify different ways that people can interact with you? And so kind of brainstorm ideas of what other long lives might fit into your business platform. So in addition to that, think about adding in flash sales or speed sales or whatever you'd like to refer to them. I started doing these kind of haphazardly throughout the day, almost like a pop-up. And my idea was, no one's gonna catch me live. I just wanna get up a video of about 12 pieces, and then they can watch it when they are on and available. Until one day a customer said, hey, I really wish that I knew when you were gonna do these pop-up speed sales so that I could catch them live. And it was this aha moment. I thought, yeah, I should do these on a regular basis, just like I do my longer lives. And so I started doing them consistently at the same time each day. To do that, you need to work it into your schedule, or else it's gonna feel overwhelming. So I had a schedule where I would get up with my kiddos, help get them ready for school, take them to the bus, and then I would come back home, and it would be about 8:30. And so it would take me a little bit to take down my pieces from the day before, set up my flash sale, and so I scheduled my daily flash sale for 9 a.m. each morning. Well, when I first started, I did it like every other day, and then I keep adding it in. So anyways, it is the same time, and I think my customers have grown to love that. There are still those who watch it throughout the day, and that's the power of a flash sale, is that it's short enough that they can catch the replay. But there are those who love to catch it right when you're live. And so I started by showing just like a dozen pieces, but I kept thinking, the more you show, the more you sell, right? And so I would show more and more. And so currently I show about 40 pieces in a flash sale. My flash sales are less than 10 minutes. Now when doing a flash sale, I would recommend starting with yourself. So you get your phone and you talk to your audience and say, hey, it's Tuesday, aren't you excited for today? You know, just a connection for maybe 30 seconds talking about you and what you have going on. And then you're gonna flip the screen to where you can show the things in your flash sale. So you're gonna show them on your table, or maybe you have them hanging up, right? So the video is going to your jewelry. And then I recommend at the end, ending with yourself as well. So you flip it back around and you're like, all right, where'd those bracelets, the cutest, I know, I hope you grabbed a ton. And then I also like to talk about when my next time is that I'll be live. So I'll say, remember the big live's tonight, I'll see you guys then, or whatever it is, and you end with that. So I recommend in your flash sales, starting with yourself and ending with yourself, so that you can keep that connection with your customers, but then turning the camera around in the middle to show your pieces in a quick way for those who like to shop quickly. Doing flash sales definitely expanded my business and expanded my sales. I started adding in evening flash sales in addition to my morning flash sales because they were going so well. And so now I do 2 a day, a 9 a.m. and a 9 p.m. On the days that I don't have my longer live sales in the evenings. Okay, another way to expand your sales. Are you doing pre-claims, right? When you order your pieces, whether you order once a day, once a week, once a month, when you order your pieces, are you posting those for your customers to see? You can do it in a VIP group, you could do it in an album on your page, you could do it wherever you like to capture customers. I have a messenger group that I tell people about, and it's the pre-claim messenger group. And so I post my pictures in the messenger group, and they feel like it's kind of VIP access because I put them there first. So however you want to do it, get those pieces in front of your customers. Now, I would recommend, in addition to the pieces that you buy each day, to also put in other pieces into your album of pre-claims that maybe you haven't purchased yet. And so I do this. If maybe there was a bracelet I didn't buy, but I still put it in my pre-claim album, and then if I see that there's interest on that bracelet, then I know to add it to my order the next day. Maybe 2 people wanted that red bracelet. I didn't have it yet, so I order it the next day, so it's coming right along with the ones that I had ordered the day before. So that's a tip. You might also do it as like weekend claims and say, hey, these pieces are available on the paparazzi website. Let me know what you would like me to grab for you. And so expanding by not just putting the ones that you've already purchased, but others that are available can help expand your sales and help capture those extra sales that you might not have considered, because sometimes we get tunnel vision when we order our jewelry and we pick our favorites. I know I love to pick my favorites. And so it's expanding our customer base by expanding the different things that we offer and the different styles and the different colors, and showing all of that to our customers and letting them decide which are their favorite. There are people who don't love live sales, but they still want to shop from you and support you. So you need to have an avenue for them to be able to shop with you. And so a great way for them to do that is through albums and pictures. So be sure that you are posting those. There are people who are used to like online shopping where they look at model pictures, and so that's what the albums kind of have a feel for. You could also take pictures of like messy pile pics, or where you hold up your own set and take pictures of that to add that personal touch if you would like to add that in. But there is power in pictures. You can drop them in an album. I recommend the album not being too big, because if it says there's 150 pictures, it might be overwhelming. But if it's an album of, like 30 awesome earrings, someone's like, oh, I'm in, they're gonna click through. I create new albums all the time. I don't go back and add to old albums. I'm just always creating new ones. So that way it's fresh in their feed and it pops up. And if someone claims something from an older album that I have, that's great if I still have it in stock. If I don't, it's still okay because it gives me a touch point with them. And they might say, hey, do you have this orange ring? And I'm like, oh, I don't have that one, but I have this other orange ring that I think you're gonna love. Here's what it looks like. And so I can use that as an opportunity to upsell them into something that I may have on hand if the item they were looking at from a past album was sold out. So I never delete my past albums. And then we all have a free website through Paparazzi. When was the last time you promoted your replicated website? Have you talked about it on a live? Have you posted it on Facebook? That can be a way to get extra expanded sales, and you don't even have to ship those items. They'll come to your customer directly from Paparazzi. Then in addition to that, I know a lot of us have the Premier website where you have a website of your own home inventory. And so talk that up, make sure people know, make sure they know how to get there, how to shop. You could even do a live where you hold up your phone and show them how to shop on it and what's available and what they can add to their cart. Some people may be your Facebook Live shoppers and they might not know how to navigate your website, and they might not know that they can shop from both places. So always keep it relevant and in front of them so that they can know that they can shop there, and that's gonna expand your sales as well. And as they learn to shop there, they'll know they can add to their cart, and however you work out combining their carts for them. But it's just a great opportunity for them to see more of your inventory than you're able to show on a live. On a live, you're limited. You can't show your whole full inventory, but they can see your full inventory on your website and be able to pick and choose some things off of there that maybe you just didn't have a chance to show and they love, so they can add that to their order. Have you ever heard of multiple streams of income? This is kind of that theory, but with sales, multiple streams of sales. And so picture you're in the mountain and there's like this river running through, and as it goes down the mountain, the river is bigger and bigger. And that's because upstream, there are little tiny streams adding to it, right? So it's a tiny river, and then there's a stream coming this way, and a stream coming this way, and a stream coming this way. And the river gets bigger and bigger with all of these little things added to it. So that's what we're talking about, multiple streams of sales. So if you can get a handful of sales from an album, and a handful of sales from a flash sale, and a handful of sales from a daytime show, and a handful of sales from your nightly live, all of these are going to add up and expand your sales base versus just having that one way that you do your sales. And so if you can expand ways to get your sales into your funnel, then your funnel can get bigger. And so hopefully this gave you a few different ideas. There are probably about a million other ways of different ideas that you can work in, ways to sell on Facebook, but this is just a few, hopefully, to get you started. Maybe you had some ideas of your own as I was talking, but I just wanted to throw those out there and see if that would be helpful for you guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed these different ways to sell and different ideas. And remember, these are just on Facebook. There are lots of other ways off of Facebook as well that you can add into your business that can help expand those sales. Again, thanks for having me. I am Mandy with Sugary Bling. I'm excited to talk about sales. I love helping customers find that confidence you get when you put on jewelry, and when it's affordable, it's just amazing because everyone can grab it. Everyone can put on that jewelry and say, all right, I'm taking on the world today. And I love that part about what we do. Thanks again for having me. See ya.